The views expressed on this show do not represent those of NTV or its staff.
Welcome to this session of the People's Parliament, seated here at the magnificent hall of the Ntungamo District Local Government Headquarters. We would like to express our gratitude to the Chairman, his councillors and Woman MP Ntungamo District for their support in making this broadcast possible. The People's Parliament has been to Kapchorwa, Gulu, and now we are in Ntungamo, giving a platform to the ordinary Ugandan to express their issues that on matters that affect them. Agnes Nandutu, the Speaker of the People's Parliament, presides. Madam Speaker, Ntungamo District is one of those districts with a great number of women doing business. They are the breadwinners in their homes, but they face a number of challenges in the quest of running businesses. It's against this background that I suggest we discuss the topic: how can we increase the number of women doing business in Ntungamo District and indeed the rest of Uganda?
Those in favor, aye. To the contrary, no? Aye. Ayes have it. Welcome. You are watching NTV People's Parliament, sitting in Ntungamo here, chaired by none other than Agnes Nandutu, the Speaker of this Parliament. This beautiful district has highlands, flatlands, valleys with underlying rocks, and good climate and rainfall of about 900 millimeters per annum on average. Ntungamo's business potential is enormous, but how can we increase the number of women doing business in this district? Before we kickstart this debate, we have the chairman of the district to give us an overview of how business is operating, mostly by women in the district. Please.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I most welcome all of you to Ntungamo District. And I would first of all thank NTV for bringing services to Ntungamo, for Ntungamo people to participate. I'm glad that we are tackling up a topic that increases the women's awareness, and when women's awareness is increased, then they will go into business.
But Mr. Chairman, before you go into that, as a district, how have you helped women to improve in what they are doing currently?
Thank you very much. First of all, women in Ntungamo have been helped by forming circles. They have, say, Ruhama Women's Development Circle. We have different organizations which have come in terms of NGOs, and the district in particular have carried out sensitization and have brought them aboard through our programs, traditional programs, where we are having them in NADS, where we are giving them coffee, where we have always organized them as a group by the community development sector. So Ntungamo have them in the budget. And we have successfully managed to increase their budgets throughout the period. Although it is not very equitable, but it's something we have been always considering. So women are not only in the traditional business of agriculture, but they are even in business of commercial nature. They have shops. We have been allocating them some business in the markets, even in markets like Rubare, like Rwashamire, and other areas. The women have had a throat. So, on top of giving them advice, we have been able to supporting them through physical, financial, and other government programs. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, the chairman of the district. May I have the mayor, who is a lady? Could you please shortly, in 3 minutes, outline to us some of the challenges that women in Ntungamo are facing while they do business?
Madam Speaker, Generally, the women in Ntungamo district constitute a percentage of 54% of the population in the district. And out of the 54%, 38 are below the age of 35. The women in business mainly participate in agriculture, and they are the primary producers. And it is very important to note that
are they in commercial agriculture?
No, they are in subsistence farming. Some women are in tertiary business, but on a small scale and a small percentage. And it is very important to note that even those that are in business are in the businesses of their husbands. For example, in a situation where you're in a business of a husband who is beating you day and night, you can be very sure that it will not work out easily and well for you. Madam Speaker, land ownership is another issue that we are looking at as a challenge for the women in business. The women in business find it very difficult because much as they wish to get involved in commercial agriculture, it is still the husband to determine the land that has to be used for agriculture and on commercial purposes. Madam Speaker, we have limited incomes as women, and therefore, this demoralizes us as women, even when you are going to engage in business. Madam Speaker, land shortage as well is a problem. I might be looking at agriculture as a business, but because the land...
I saw expanses of land when I was moving around Ntungamo. Is there a shortage of land actually?
Madam Speaker, I can assure you that the chunk of land you saw around are for the very few and they're able to do. So, Madam Speaker, I basically can give those for the other members to begin on and build on.
Thank you. Can I have the RDC take on the microphone? The women have outlined domestic violence, land ownership, limited income, and land shortages. As government, you are welcome to NTV People's Parliament.
I'm happy for NTV to have come and joined us here in Ntungamo. And I can tell you this is a huge milestone. A huge milestone in the sense that people can express what they are doing and what they are not able to do. It is true, some of the challenges that have been highlighted. And much as we are talking about women, I think we need to talk about tradition and culture. It is not yet accepted that a lady can inherit her father's land and then she uses it to the discretion of her own children.
But since this is
so
a challenge...
these are issues.
Honorable, since this is a challenge that is hindering this woman,
Yes.
as government, what do you think should be
So
done?
these are issues that have been properly crystallized, and that's why government has affirmatively said, for instance, girls should get 1.6 at the university. It's an affirmative action because you cannot empower women just by talking. Some deliberate actions must be taken. 2, you cannot constitute a council without women councillors being members of the council. All these are deliberate efforts to make sure that at every decision-making level, there is a woman who can agitate for their rights. But I can confess that much as government has made the registration, the process of sensitizing the rural woman has not yet taken root effectively. Also, another problem has been those women who have come up to fight for their fellow women, whom I can call women activists, have also disappointed their colleagues. You cannot be, for instance, a woman member of parliament for 20 years on affirmative action. When will your fellow women come up? So you find that even the fellow women are sitting on their colleagues. And that's why you find that there is apathy. A rural woman does not support an elite woman. So these are the challenges. These are the challenges that even women who have come up do not support their own colleagues. So still women are leaning on men for their own survival and support. But I want to urge my fellow men that it is high time we liberated the culture and tradition.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Speaker and the honorable members. Madam Speaker, I want to agree with Honorable Bamwine this time that
You have not been agreeing before?
he's been an RDC before. Today he's a
Okay,
member
go
of
ahead.
Parliament. Madam Speaker, it's very true that the challenges that women are facing in business has its roots in the traditional cultures of this district, I might say. Even from the father's side, it is the brothers to the woman this time to inherit land. On the side of where you get married, still you can't own land because this land was inherited by your husband, but not the wife who comes in. And I think this has limited the opportunities for ladies either to access credit facilities, to access land as a fact of production in order to boost production which can lead to business. Because basically here, business is agro-business. It has its roots in agriculture. So I think, as the Honorable Bamwine said, government has put in place, I think, opportunities. Women can go to school. They can also access credit facilities, much as they have those limitations of having no security to put in the bank. And I think with these forums that are coming up, women organizations, women need to be sensitized in order to get out of that inferiority complex. Because some are even affected by the inferiority complex, believing that I cannot own business when my husband is still alive. And actually, what they have not mentioned, women do become more active when the husbands are no longer in place. That's
Okay.
when you see their potential.
Okay, thank you, Honorable. But with the domestic violence, I think it is also affecting women. Okay, let me have you speak, please. In 2
Thank you,
minutes.
Madam Speaker. My name is Bernard Atwesjire. I'm a student of Bishop Stewart University in Mbarara, and I'm doing Bachelor's of Social Work and Social Administration. I'm currently in my 2nd year. The course I'm doing is related to business. So, Madam Speaker, I'm very happy because you have brought a topic which is related to the course I'm doing.
You're welcome.
The following are the challenges, in addition to what my fellow honorables have said, the challenges the women face in doing business. We have the issue of inflation. Normally, the prices of goods move up. And when the prices of goods move up, people do not demand for the goods that these women are selling. Another issue is limited capital. In addition to what others have said, normally when you start a business, for instance, you open up a shop, you always want to maybe put 50 bags of posho. It is not always your wish that you start with 50 bags of posho. It is always your wish that you start with even 1 million bags if you have capital. But because people do not have enough capital, they decide to start with the minimum.
I think you have heard the challenges that women are facing here is land ownership, limited income, domestic violence, and many others. But what can we do to put down these challenges? Yes, Honorable Member. What do you think can be done by the leaders of the district to help the women overcome these challenges?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I think one of the strategies that needs to be done in order to empower women is making sure that we do some bit of capacity building in terms of training. Because we realize, however much we are talking of circles, but I think there has never been a deliberate move to train women in entrepreneurship. Yes, they are doing business. 3/4 of the people that are selling yellow bananas here in town, in Ntungamo, are women. But do they have the skills entrepreneurship to make sure that they calculate their businesses well and then they make more money. So that is one of the things that we need to do. Secondly, I think as leaders, there is a need also having a deliberate strategy of making sure that the way we do women emancipation is a bit of as if we are promoting women while leaving men behind. So if you look around, it's as if men are on strike and the women are coming on board. So to me, there is a need of bridging that gap so that in the family, there is that companionship of working
That's
together.
what brings domestic.
But I think to me, because if the woman is there, and then they say, these women are now government women, and then the men are almost rebelling. So to me, this is something that needs to be worked on so that we have that coexistence that can promote the women emancipation. And I think thirdly is the illiteracy. Because however much women are going into school, but what is the dropout rate of the girls that are in the school? So to me, there is that need of having a deliberate move of making sure that the girls complete P7 and then they continue for further studies. Because UP is there, yes, they have enrolled, but are they completing P7? If at all they go to secondary school, are they completing S4? So to me, those are simple issues that we need to work on so that we can empower the women.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Yes, Honorable Member on the podium.
Madam Speaker, I'm Oda Himsugwe Augustus. I'm a teacher by profession. First of all, I want to emphasize a point of men liberating women. Whereas we are talking about women moving ahead, it's we men who are sitting over women. Liberating a woman, the government programs are focused towards sensitizing women. And yet, as we have heard traditionally, we men, we don't know that we should liberate women. In
so
this
the
sense,
men of Ntungamo are not allowing women to do business well. Is that right?
Exactly. No. That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
But that's what the Honorable Member
I want to emphasize the point that...
Please, take the podium. Take the microphone over there. It is you men who are bringing domestic violence. When you see a woman is acquiring her 5 million, you feel yes, and then you beat her up. Is that the...
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Yes. I think it is not in order for the Honorable Member to insinuate that the men of Ntungamo deliberately refuse, whereas it is a problem perhaps in his own home or in his own village. I don't think it is entirely cross-cutting to the whole district. Thank you very much.
Madam Speaker, I'm giving my own opinion.
Yes, you are entitled to your opinion, Honorable Member. Go ahead.
I want to emphasize that we men, we have not liberated women in our homes to give them freedom to initiate, manage, control, evaluate, and even make an amendment in their businesses.
Speak close to the microphone, please.
Yes, I want to emphasize this point whereby a man does not allow a woman who is well educated to operate a business on her own.
You hear?
And we call the businesses of men operated by women as, I don't know.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Can a woman give us some... Oh, is he lying? Are you not being given?
Maybe.
Please, come on and speak. But before we do that, the leaders of the district, you have had the challenges. As a district, what are you doing? Or what are you planning to do? Because these are the challenges that are supposed to be, solved by the local authorities here.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. First of all, I'm not in agreement with Honorable Member to make an allegation that Ntungamo people are the cause of domestic violence in their homes, because we have a number of women, very many women in the Ntungamo district who have actually engaged themselves in business, in their personal business, even not making their husbands or family business, and they are very successful.
Are you ready to withdraw your statement?
I'm not withdrawing my statement, and I'm adding my explanation.
Okay, it's okay. Go ahead. It's okay. Go ahead and make your point. He's not ready to withdraw his statement.
Madam Speaker, there are some challenges actually in Ntungamo, like you have said, but not to that extent. In Ntungamo district, we have actually engaged in emancipating women to do business. And this one has been through extension services, through the Office of Commercial Services, because there are very many registered women groups who are actually doing business in Ntungamo district. And even in town here, in our trading municipality council, in the town councils, we have 3 town councils, and actually if you go there, you'll find actually very many business shops are managed by women, and they are very successful. Not actually even engaged at the family level, but as an individual, as women. So I'm actually not comfortable, like I've said.
Madam Speaker,
Honorable Speaker,
Madam Speaker, member, just a minute. Can you substantiate your point?
I want to assure you, Madam Speaker, that most of the women who are operating businesses here down in town, they are businesses of their husbands. It is even not 20% of the businesses owned by women themselves.
Are you giving a point of order or information? Please.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I don't want us to sit here and assume all is well. Here in Ntungamo, we have these markets we call Bikomera markets, where women have to move, but men do not allow them. They think this woman will move from here to Rubare and maybe go into some other undesirable issues. So that's how women are going to face these challenges time and again. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Member. So the people of Ntungamo, do not live in denial. Let's tackle these challenges and solve them as a district. Please, can you go ahead, Honorable Member?
On empowering women actually to do business in Ntungamo, there is this government program of youth livelihood, and it is a requirement by the government that a group of 10 people, 4 must be women, must be female youth, who actually must be there in that actually, and it is actually business, a business type of work.
But you have some bylaws within the district to ensure that domestic violence is kept down, land ownership, you know.
Not yet. We don't have one.
Yeah, we should have.
We don't have one, but there is a law. There is actually a mother law.
Honorable Member, you can go and take a seat. Yes.
I just wanted to give information in regard to the bylaws or laws. According to the Land Act 1998, as amended 2008, Section 27, it is not even, it does not even require a bylaw. Communal land belongs to 4 people: a lame person in the family, a person with disability, a child, a woman, and a man.
But what
that is within. What is the only lacuna, which we must admit, is that yes, the law is there, but majority of the men are still adamant to believe in the law. So
what are you doing as a district?
So as a district,
as district leaders?
For instance, as a district, we have reconciliation meetings, we have sensitization meetings, we have radio programs to assertively sensitize them about the law. So the laws are there and they must be implemented.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
As the district, we have actually gone ahead to assist women groups to be trained through district commercial office, and they are doing actually business.
So please, can you come and give some information? People are, I don't, maybe what you are to do, what you are telling the house is not true.
It is true.
Yes, Honorable Member, what kind of information do you want to give the house?
Madam Speaker, there are things maybe we are shying away from talking.
Speak them out or forever you keep quiet.
One, when you are talking about youth livelihood, what percentage of money is going to women for entrepreneurship? They are telling us 3% of the committees for these youth must be women, girls or women. What percentage of women do we have in Ntungamo? They are 54% of the population. Who are gaining more? These are men gaining more from issues or projects generated by government to aid women. These are men gaining whatever comes and women remaining behind. Issues of domestic violence are being left out simply because people do not want to talk about domestic violence.
They want to live in denial.
They just want to live in denial. The RDC is here. His office is more or less a hospital, not a clinic, because of domestic violence. You just, Madam Speaker, if you visited the office of the RDC, even on Sunday, women are seated there. Land has been grabbed from widows. Land has been grabbed from orphans who are female, because we don't think, our culture does not think that women can own anything.
And exactly, I want to know what the district is doing to this very, very big problem.
And actually, they are doing absolutely nothing.
Madam Speaker.
Have you heard for yourself, Honorable Member, the Vice Chairperson
Madam
of the
Speaker.
district?
Madam Speaker, there are two things.
Please. Chairman, come and explain, but Mr. Chairman,
Thank
before
you
you explain, may I have you, the Honorable
Thank
Member
you very much, Madam Speaker.
Yes.
I want to give my Honorable colleague who has just left the mic some more information. My dear Chairperson has two secretaries who are women, as zero by really by what the government did for us.
Yeah.
But these two secretaries are not here right now. And we are seriously deliberating on issues to do with the women. And you can imagine, entirely the whole district is now represented by who is a woman here. And this is not, she's a technical person. My fellow politicians cannot be traced right now. How will we go back to those rural people, rural women, and empower them when we cannot even come here to be empowered first? So can we really stick to the point and see how we have failed?
Thank you, Honorable. Thank you, Honorable. You have heard for yourself the chairman of the district and the vice chairman of the district.
Yes.
But before I come back to you, yes, the one leading the whole district, you have heard for yourself. The people have spoken, you are doing nothing on the ground.
Well, in the first instance, it appears that people have misunderstood what business means. When they look at people in the town, they think that is the business. And they have also misunderstood the percentage of the women in the district. So what I have noted is that one, women in Ntungamo district, almost 80%.
You want to bring your chairman to order? Please, go ahead. What's the point of order? That is the speaker of the district wanting to bring the chairman of the district to order.
And of course he is part of the leadership.
Thank you. Go ahead, please.
Madam Speaker, is it in order for the honorable member to say that the honorable members have misunderstood the word business when actually these are the cream of people of Ntungamo district, for the honorable member to insinuate that they have not understood the topic we are discussing? Is it in order?
Can you substantiate? What do you mean by saying this congregation, these honorable members sitting here do not understand business? Can you substantiate?
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Business is an activity which you do and you get income.
Okay, you are out of order, honorable member. You are out of order. Can you please explain to these people what the district is doing?
So what I have not liked is an issue of saying a few people say doing domestic quarrel in the home should take up the district name. I also object entirely that the leadership have not sensitized the people when we have been having programs of NADs, of circles, of councils. We have councils in the district, women councils.
Thank you, honorable members.
Yes.
The people of Ntungamo are speaking, and the challenges are immense.
Yeah.
Let's go for a short break. Welcome back. You are still watching NTV People's Parliament, sitting here in Ntungamo district. So, from other leaders, we have the cow, and I have the mayor. How do these women access money that they use in businesses. How do they access the markets? Yes, Honorable Member, the Mayor.
These women access money, of course, through struggling. I can assure you that as women, if you're going to go to the bank and access a loan, it is a tug of war. You must make sure that you convince your husband day and night to ensure that he consents to sign for you. Otherwise, you yourself as a woman, you cannot at any one moment access a loan without the consent of your husband.
That's a big challenge. What can we do?
So I would suggest that as a district, we advocate for having associations like Uganda Women Entrepreneurs Limited into the district to sensitize the women, to empower them the more, and ensure that very many other opportunities for the ladies in business are availed into this district. Madam Speaker, I've been forced as a lady to stand for the mayorship to ensure that as a woman leader, I can be able to advocate for the rights of the women and make sure they are supported for development. I thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And what have you done? How have you supported them?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I've been a deputy mayor, and in a bid to fight for the rights of the women, I was sacked.
Who sacked you?
The mayor. And as a result, Madam Speaker, I made up my mind to stand for the mayorship and ensure that I also have the powers to advocate for the rights of these women.
Yes, the cow. How do these women access markets?
We have a number of markets in the rural areas, and of course this is where most of our rural women that we are talking about are found. And we promote these markets. Many of them run on a weekly basis, others daily. We promote these markets by ensuring that they have the necessary facilities.
What do you want to inquire, from me or from the... Take the microphone, please.
The meaning of market is perceived as a place, but may I understand that the situation whereby women can meet people to bargain with and dispose what they have for money. So I see you directing to a place.
Cow, we want to know, how do these women access markets?
Thank you. Allow me to explain how women access markets.
Please go ahead, Honorable Member.
As a district, we ensure that our roads are well made so that the vehicles that actually look for these products reach to the farm. But we also ensure that the markets the fiscal markets that bring people together are accessible and with the right facilities. We also train, as a district, we don't only deal with women. We train different categories of people, including women and young girls who are in school and out of school, in areas of cooperative where we train them on how to run businesses, how to keep your books of accounts and manage your business and ensure that it's profitable. And Madam Speaker, my challenge has been that in many areas, including in Ntungamo, the involvement of women, much as it is mandatory, in this they must be this number. Yes, they are there. But the quality of their involvement is still a very big challenge in this country. Yeah. And that is why we think that training specifically women and girls who are still in school and even out of school, to prepare them so that as they join the adulthood and join the business world, they are really able to face the challenges that go. on in the business world is very, very important.
Thank
and
you.
we think that with that, government should look at having a grant, like they have done with the youth, with people with disabilities, to specifically look at women and see that as we train them, we also empower them with a capital to be able to do business on their own.
Thank you, Honorable Member.
They have raised an issue of land. In Ntungamo, there is Uganda Land Alliance. It is sensitizing people how to utilize the land equitably. However, Madam Speaker, to me the challenge is the law. If you own a land, a man and a woman, if a woman dies, the man will not be required to have letters of administration in order to access that land. But if a husband, if a man dies, to access that land, she must undergo a process to obtain letters of administration in order to utilize that land. So to me, the issue is the law. And that law must be changed at the parliament level.
Thank you. So what are you doing as a man? You are a husband, you're a man. And without you people, these women can't access loans for capital to do business.
One, we are sensitizing men that please, these people need to do business. Two, on the issue of accessing market, as a representative of Ruhama, Honorable, like women in Chakashambara, we are given a pickup to transport their matoke to Rubare to markets. They have been accessing that. So all in all, Madam Speaker, I want to move, but there is something, a lot has been done as far as helping women to access market and do business is concerned. I thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, but you have not told us how you have helped your wife access a loan to do business. Yes, Honorable Member, how are you helping women to access loans? Because you have to sign for them, you have to consent as husbands for them to get loans.
Thank you very much, the Right Honorable Speaker. First of all, I'm called living at Wembile. I work with the Singer Foundation for Development, and I'm also a lecturer at Management Training and Advisory Center. Thank you for this motion. Women, in most cases, fail to get loans, that's true. Because one, the high interest rates, and we have tried to negotiate, at least
talk to the people.
We have tried to talk to these people of the banks, to at least make sure the interest is reduced, because the interest rate is still high, and when it is reduced, at least that is okay. And even negotiations and reconciliations between families, women talking to their men and agreeing on signing. Next.
Go ahead, please. What are you
Next
inquiring
is
about? Somebody is seeking inquiry, Honorable Member.
Okay.
I want to inquire from the Honorable Member. In his submission, he's saying that they have tried to negotiate with the banks to reduce the interest loans for women. I want to know from him whether it has been his personal initiative or in a certain organization, so that really we can join him.
Very good.
Explain.
I work with the Singer Foundation for Development. For all the details, you can come to the office. Thank you. Next.
Thank you. Go ahead and make your points, Honorable Member. You have 1 minute to go.
Thank you. We have supported students to go to schools so that they can attain the knowledge. When you don't go to school, you get married to a very poor husband. Because a poor husband, these girls who just go for these cheap women, men, these are the ones who also make wrong decisions. You fall in love with a certain boy who cannot even buy you a nika. To these girls, therefore, when you teach a girl child and other students in general,
which information
it makes
you want
sense.
To give?
I'm Honorable Niwaga Alfred. Now, the issue we are discussing here, to me, as an educationist, I think we have got to dig deep from the grassroots and the basement. We are not going to talk about this and finish it today. If us who are in the education sector do not start right from our schools where we are going, if we encourage girl children to go to school and give them the capacity, the confidence to start being leaders, even at the grassroots, as they are in nursery, as they are in primary. They will continue with that confidence, and they will make it when they are grown-up guys. They will not be intimidated by husbands, intimidated by politicians, and not all the environment around them. I think one of the major reasons we have, issues or challenge, how we can work it out, is to encourage the government, the district heads, to teach and sensitize the teachers, even in the schools where they go, to help on working out these guys. When they grow up, they are already confident of what they are doing. I have also encouraged and supported my wife, for example, to work out and see and do businesses or to see projects run. Through my support, I have given her funding to start a project of children with special needs in Kampala, in Nansana. She is the director of that project. She's managing it. She has got other women she has put on board. They are working and they are getting income to support their mothers. So men, we should not really sit down there and say, when a woman, there is a tendency and a common syndrome in our culture that when a woman is educated, higher than you, or when she has gotten a big job, she will suppress you as a man. That's your own mindset. That is your own perception. If you change that attitude, you look at things in a different angle, this world will be a better place to be.
Thank you.
And
thank you, Honorable Member. You are a great husband.
So for the way forward, first I want to thank my boss, Honorable Naomi Kabashara, because she has empowered girls. Mostly girls who come from P7, first grades, give them prizes, like mattresses, books. She has also added another advantage. There is a RapTech Institute. She's empowering girls to go there and acquire some certificates and diploma.
Thank you for that achievement, but as a way forward to help
the way
these women
forward
increase in business.
Just I'm asking these men of ours and requesting them kindly to empower us as women. How? Because we women, we can't make wills even if we are having our own properties. Another way forward, we lack sensitization. We need sensitization in the rural women. Because these rural women, they're in the village. There is a slogan called that they are managers appointed naturally. But I think for this case, we should combine our own efforts and get together so that we can make our wills as women combined with our men.
The challenge is access to money, access to ownership of land. And the microfinance minister, you have had this. The women of Ntungamo want to be helped on how to access income to engage in business. Until next time, I'm still Agnes Nandutu, the Speaker of this Parliament, and I adjourn this House until next time.
The views expressed on this show do not represent those of NTV or its staff.